Calling all thugs, grunts, leaders, and admins, this is Admin Shade here with a Rocket Daily. Today I'm joined, of course, by my good friend, my companion, Admin Umbra.
What's good, YouTube? This is Evan Umbra. How's it going, Rocketeers?
So today we have just a OU battle, but this isn't just any OU battle. This is actually our first Wi-Fi 3D XY experience. So we were really excited to actually get the capture card some use. And it'll be even more in use when we start our stream, which will be actually soon. We're starting to talk about a date. So it sounds like we're planning a wedding. We're going to set a date.
We picked out cards and the flowers.
We have a nice cake and everything, but
why can't we have cake? Oh, let's have cake at the stream.
That's a good idea. Anyway, so so we have this battle for you guys today, and do you want to talk about your team a little bit, Umbra?
Yeah, this is one of them straight out my box teams. Taking 6 good-looking things out your box, put them on a team, hope it does well. Because I'm kind of between making teams right now, so these were some sets that I came up with individually. I actually just did a video on Mega Pincer, my favorite Mega Pincer set. This is not that Mega Pincer. It is my second favorite Mega Pincer that I was playing with. This is actually a Gravity team. I came up with this team back when Genesect was allowed, because Genesect with Gravity and just Blizzard and Zap Cannon is just beautiful, and then they banned him and took him from me, so I stopped making this team. But I do carry Spikes and the Skarmory to utilize Gravity. I've got Gravity on Landorus to get some utility out of Earthquake. And then Pinsir also has Stone Edge for other Pinsir switch-ins, and Earthquake. Both attacks obviously benefit from Gravity. And then Starmie also sets up the Gravity with Thunder and Blizzard as well.
Very cool. Well, my team, it's like a straight out of the box, like prize at the bottom of the cereal box kind of thing. I just grabbed whatever looked good. This is my first time using Darmanitan. My choice banded Darmanitan. My choice scarfed Darmanitan.
Don't play with me.
You'll see. But basically, Umbra couldn't figure out what it was.
Oh, Lord.
But I have all these different, just a lot of threats. This Mega Mawile does some work in this battle. So does this Porygon. So let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, I want to say, because when I looked at your team, I was like, all right, he's got that Choice Scarf Darmanitan lead. Like, I know it. I saw it. You didn't have too many other fast things on your team, and I really predicted the Choice Scarf Darmanitan. My normal lead is Crobat with the Taunt and the Defog. But because I really thought that a Choice Scarf Darmanitan would come out, I intentionally led with Landorus to get the Intimidate off. And I figured you would go ahead and switch out, so my intention was actually just to hit you up with a knockoff immediately, hit whatever come in.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. You knock off my lefties on Miles, and then you definitely weren't going to stay in against this Melodic, so
Absolutely not.
I just went straight up for the recover as you switched out here.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by the cover. You don't see that as much anymore with Wesley Tug being so prevalent. Yeah, so I was really surprised to see you go for the recover. I didn't have too much I really wanted to be in on Milotic. I could have gone into Chansey, but I saw at this point that you had no Defogger or Rapid Spin, so I wanted to go ahead and get my Spikes up. And so you do go back right into Darwin, obviously, for the excellent type coverage on Skarmory, as I go for a free layer of Spikes.
Yeah, and here I just really wanted to go for a Flare Blitz just because nothing on your team really wanted to take it.
The same realization I came to, that I have nothing for Darmanitan. So I figured being Choice Scarf, this is a heavily invested defensive Crobat. Figured I could live one. As soon as I saw that, I was like, alright, he is banded. That is immediately what I thought with that type of damage. Notice that there was Life Orb recoil right there. I didn't notice that. I chalked it up to Flare Blitz, I guess. I just wasn't paying attention. So learn from that. Don't assume you know a set. Always pay attention, because someone can be different or creative, and that surprises you. I thought you'd be crazy to want a Life Orb set because I didn't see the support for it, but it worked. Pay attention, people.
Yeah, so right here you go for Gravity to set up a little bit, predicting my
Pokemon
switch
Pancakes.
out. Pokemon Pancakes. That's such a cool, it's a weird animation because on Showdown it's just like you get this weird arena thing. But anyway, you switch back out to your Starmie, and this Ice Beam does poop damage to it.
Yeah, I went for the Gravity because I knew you'd probably repeat your switch from before. I knew Milotic would come out, and I was hoping that I could get Gravity and then rock Thunder with Starmie to do a little bit of damage to Milotic. But you, of course, make the obvious switch on out. And then even though I carry Analytic to boost up attacks on the switches, this Thunder still does not really do nearly as much as I would have preferred.
I love Porygon. It's
Are you specially or physically invested?
especially.
Okay.
That's what I do on all of mine. But
Gotcha. Good
this
to
is
know if you're for Battle Shade.
yeah. What's really cool is that this Porygon I have here is actually different than my other one. My other one is this gravity set I came up with, and I actually knew that Umbra would probably think it was that one, so I actually brought this other one that has Toxic and Ice Beam, Discharge, and Recover.
Yep.
So just to throw him off, that was
Yep.
me. That was all me.
I go on the Chansey because I'm not really afraid of you. I don't think you can really have anything to touch me. I do carry well with therapy, so I'm not too worried about the Toxic. I go for a Toxic just because I wanted to get it on your Porygon. I do hit the Darmanitan with it. I don't know where my head was. I didn't even anticipate Superpower as an option. It was my bad completely. I really thought a Flare Blitz was coming. And I was like, I can take one and go for the soft-boiled, and then he'll kill himself between Toxic and Recoil. I just in no way even fathomed that Superpower is an option, which is weird because I have 5 Darmanitans, including a Focus Energy one, which is fantastic, by the way.
Oh, that's cool.
But I did not anticipate a Superpower whatsoever. That was completely my bad, and it cost me a Chansey, which was going to be a really crucial wall looking at his Milotic and his Porygon too.
Right, so I actually just decided you switch in Nimbus here, and I knew that you're going to go for Earthquake, but I just decided to stay in because this Darmanitan's not going to do that much work later on, so I just decided to fodder it off here.
Yeah, I almost went for either a knockoff or a gravity, trying to predict something fancy, but it really just, I thought you'd follow off the Darmanitan on the chance I'd overpredict, because it was not worth taking that much damage on Landers, even though you were weakened from that superpower. I just didn't want to risk it.
I'm in here, I send in Porygon to get the Intimidate Trace.
You're
And
getting a lot of utility out of Trace in this battle.
definitely, definitely. And I think I go for the Ice Beam here, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't do that much damage to the Skarmory, but I also carry Discharge and does a bit more. I get kind of lucky with that later on.
Yeah, again, I don't really have too much for you at this point. I go for Spikes, hoping to get some utility out of it, but still, like, you've got Latios left. There's not too much in your team that really gets punished by them. And this Discharge does way more than I thought it would do. But luckily, I did go for Roost just to scout for damage. But I don't really have a favorable matchup in here. My only offensive move is Brave Bird. So I either need to Whirlwind you out or do something, because this is not a good matchup for me right now with my Skarm.
Yeah, and I just keep going for... I'm actually hoping for a Parahax, and I think I get it. I do. Yeah, right here.
Yup.
That's pretty nice. Nice, skillful Paralyze. But you actually Whirlwind me out right here, and
Yep.
I think I go into Venus Mega Mawile, your favorite Pokemon in the world.
This is, for the record, my least favorite Pokemon to fight of all time is Mega Mawile. I really do not enjoy it. It's one of those Pokemon for me that I just really, really struggle with the mind games when I play against them. And I think the times I've been 6-0, there's been a Mega Mawile present, like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Let's go for-
I'm like
yeah.
shaking in my boots right now. As soon as this thing is out here, I'm afraid that it's going to set up and just wreck me in a sweep.
Yeah, and I think, I'm not sure, yeah, I switch out here because I'm afraid of the Earthquake, definitely afraid of the Earthquake, not trying to get rid of Mega Mawile yet, so I actually predict that and just go into Delta, which is my Latios.
This turn killed me so much because I thought that was such an obvious play, but I was so afraid that you would predict me to go for a knockoff, take no damage because you resist it, and I can't knock off a Mega Stone, stay in and obliterate my life. But luckily it is a one-hit KO, so I'm still able to go for it on the next turn and take you out. But I sat there for a solid like 2 minutes trying to predict whether or not you would go into that Latios.
Yeah, and with my Latios, you couldn't see it because he O-coded me, but I actually had weakness policy, just like try it out, but I think I'm going to put it on Latios instead because it's bulkier, but
Yeah.
that was an idea I was just trying to think of.
So obviously he's able to come back in now with the Sucker Punch and take me out. So this is where things are not looking good. I think I'm down to 2 pokes. I do have the Pinsir. I need the Mega Evolve just because he's going to Sucker Punch. I needed the added defense. And I was confident that an Earthquake would kill from this range. I would have liked to stay to get the Moxie boost, but I was not, like, you see how much this does. I wasn't comfortable staying in his normal Pinsir. I was afraid that he would just do way too much damage to me.
Yeah, and I go for the Sucker Punch. I know that you're definitely going to go for the Earthquake. Whatever I switch in, I'm not trying to take a ton of damage from this Mega Pinsir.
Like, I sat here forever debating what to do because I'm down to 2 pokes left. And unfortunately, not paying attention, the timer goes down on me and I go for Earthquake. I was going to click Thrash. I wish I could have. This could have been dramatically different because you went for a Toxic. So I have 2 turns. I feared that you went for the discharge trying to kill me, but because you went for a toxic, if I'd gone for Thrash that first turn, you see how much this Thrash does.
Right.
I could have taken out the Porygon if I'd actually clicked the move I was supposed to. But it's part of the game. It happens to all of us.
Yeah, and I went for the toxic there instead of discharge because I was afraid that you were the Endure Flail Pincer. If you haven't seen that
Yeah.
yet, check it out on Rocket Armory. We'll have a link in the description. Check out that set; it's really cool. But I wasn't trying to let you do that much damage, so I just went for the toxic instead.
I figured that was why. It's funny how like the mind games we play because we know the creative sets that each other want. Um, at this point, I am in crisis mode. Like I have got Hydro Pump, Blizzard, and Thunder, and he sends this thing in. I've known from the get-go it's Assault Vest. That's game over. I cannot touch this thing. Like nothing I have will break through it, and he just obliterates me with this knockoff. So that's actually the end of the battle. But that was a good game, Shane, as always.
Yeah,
Fun to
definitely.
skirmish with you. Any final thoughts?
Not really. I mean, we could see our fair share of mistakes that battle, and also like team building and stuff like that. You didn't have a whole lot for Darmanitan, and I didn't have a whole lot for your walls really. Like that Chansey, I kind of got lucky with because you didn't know that I had superpower, but you had a lot of good threats on your team, and I feel like I did too. We both did a good job, I think.
Yeah, this one of them cereal box battles that pulling stuff out of your box, hoping it goes to good, and then you fight someone, you're like, I have nothing for that. But it's good. It's Pokemon. It's all the same. It's fun to learn, fun to grow. But it was definitely a good battle. I enjoyed the mind games of trying to predict each other's weird sets. That was pretty fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you had fun. I hope that you guys had fun watching. This is our Rocket Daily, and we'll have links in the description for Rocket Armory, Rocket War Room. You can check out all of these teams, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, YouTube.